Abia, I know you have a very strong passion for education, and we will have a very lengthy conversation here today. You as a woman and you as a mother, we have women and mothers back home who have believed, their minds have all been nurtured into believing that my child has to go to school, write GCE, write advanced levels, go to ENAM, go to IREC, go to this and ENS and all of that stuff. But today you're coming to Ambazonians to tell them that no, the system that they've been following for the last 63 years is not workable, but that you are introducing for them a new system. What I want you to talk to the mothers, tell Ambazonians women why you think that this system is what they need for their children and why they should stop their children from attending La Republique schools and focus on the Ambazonian education system that we are providing for them.
Okay, I will start by first directing the mothers into their houses, looking at their children who all came back and are still in the house. They all got that La Republique education, went to college, came out, went to Ngwakile, came out, they are in the house with them. So I want them to look at them. And then the second thing, I will direct them to all these numerous mushroom schools that are being opened in the country. You talk to people, they tell you about 8 schools in their neighborhood that is being opened. I want parents to ask themselves, are we putting these children in these schools because we want them to be in these schools, or are we hiding them there? Because sometimes I think it's like, if you don't see the trouble, then you don't know say the trouble they exist. I kind of believe our parents just put these children there so that if they're not at home with them, then they believe they're just somewhere. Because they actually know in their minds these children are going to be coming back to them and staying in that same house and doing nothing with them. Yet I should talk to them about why I think our system should change. I will bring them, we like to copy what the white man has done or what the white man is doing. So I'll bring them back to the US. In the US system, the US government is mandatory to go to kindergarten, elementary, middle school, high school. That's it. Mandatory. This one, the government makes it free for you to send your children to this thing. You actually can go to jail if your children don't acquire this education. And after high school, none of their business what you want to do. The reason they encourage this part is at least you should know how to sign your name, at least you should know how to read a legal document, at least you should know all of these things. And after that, when you open your business, you can know how to deal with the reading the documents and so on. So after that, they encourage the people to become skillful people. Not necessarily going to be a doctor or anything. We're not saying those things are bad. No, we're not. We need doctors. We need lawyers. We need all of those people. What we are saying is, don't only stifle the children and hold them down to specific educational things that our parents taught us. You know, our parents would love to talk to each other. My pikin a lawyer. Oh, you know, say my pikin an engineer. Oh, my pikin a doctor. They have no idea. These things have not opened up jobs for us in the country. Because it's just one thing, the professional goes and does their job that they're doing and do not create a whole lot of other jobs for people. I will come back again to point, I always like to use example. Where I live in the US, around me, my husband and myself, we will say we're the most educated. But we are the poorest around where we live. My neighbors are all skilled workers. My neighbor above me is a skilled worker. He makes granite kitchen tables. And that's what his son does. The daughter does hair. They're richer than us. And the next neighbor opposite does landscaping. That's what he does. They're richer than us. Again, we are not saying degrees are not important. We're saying don't stifle your children to those things. I used to be like that too. I have 3 children. The oldest one I pushed, oh, medical school, medical school. The youngest one I pushed. The middle one says, I want to be independent. How long? It took us a little while. I had to open my mind to and educate myself to the idea that what he wants to do as a working, not a blue collar person is also a good thing. Believe it or not, he's doing better than his brothers in terms of money. But his brothers went and got all these degrees and so on. So, but I'm not saying they're not doing well too, but I'm saying we should start looking at skills. That is what builds a society. That is what builds this economy we've all run and come to. Skillful workers create jobs. Creativity creates jobs. Without those things, without a system of education like La République de Cameroon is teaching us, they actually are intentionally doing that though.
Okay.
Stifle us so we don't have the freedom to think.
Exactly.
We don't have the freedom to create, and we have to depend on the government. They do that intentionally. That's how a dictatorial government works.
Thank you very much. And we'll come back to this conversation again.